flexibility, he put it all on display on that side.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Clock's still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. They're trying to get to it. And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. He's inside the 40. The 20. Touchdown, Badger! How about that D coming up with a play like that? Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Byard. Moving away from pressure. He'll throw one to his right. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback extends the play. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. To the air, it's Byard. Dances away to buy time. And he makes the grab, but he's out of bounds. Incomplete pass. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down?
Well, it's a great individual effort by the running back on that last play. It's 3rd and forever. He tried to get his team the first down, not enough. Let's see what they do on 4th.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. The option look. And it's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get him down, stop him on this 4th down, get the ball back. He gets the first down. It's a little bit demoralizing, but because you're running to the football, you get a hand on it, you get the football out. Now you get, it's like stopping him on 4th down anyways, because you got the ball and you're getting it back to your offense.
And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Quick pass on the fly motion. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Gain of 2. 2nd down.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Timing has to be so good. You're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field. The ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's fired. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability, that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive thing.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
He'll call for the fair catch here. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
And this junior loves to show off that big arm. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
You just wonder if that last interception the quarterback threw last drive is starting to affect him and what he's seeing right now. He's seeing ghosts. Doesn't look very confident throwing the football. He's lucky the defense dropped that last throw.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Love the execution there in the screen. The running back shows pass protect, last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him, and now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
They want to just keep throwing it. Going for it all. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Number 1.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, you usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Ole Miss needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Oxford behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Charlotte. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Back to pass, it's fired. Looking to scramble. He'll let it go down the right side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback, right? Gets a little bit of pressure. He's able to scramble to his right, extend the play, and he tried to take a shot deep down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
And the returner is stopped. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They cut into the deficit the last time they had it, forced the punt, and now they can really make this a game.
And you're right back in this thing.
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, UNC! Hold it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
Number 24.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
Dropping back, it's fired. Skips away from pressure. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He lets one fly deep. Brings it down on the right side. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Badgers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Hamilton. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll run this play from the pistol. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he didn't find a whole lot of running room, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Nice move to keep running. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
You know, I think there's a lot of people in the stadium that were wondering, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field? But the gamble paid off.
They'll throw it on first down. Safe completion on the screen. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 20. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Tar Heels are on the move. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The lone back's got it. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
38, North Carolina. 31.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Second down coming up. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Now the pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff, where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. With jet sweep pass. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside. Yeah, and there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last 2 plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, David.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Looking to throw, it's fired. Trying to get behind the defense. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's English.
That was such a risky call. With the lead late in the game, to go for it on 4th down, that could have been disaster if they don't get it. But with the conversion, now the question, is that enough to ice this thing and win the game?
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
When the offense can run the football and you can feature a guy like this that will get more yards than his block, that you can really depend on, hangs on to the football, like it makes offense super easy, especially down the stretch when you want to eat that clock and you want to possess the football. Just nice to have that kind of game.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. From the 33, it's 1st and 10. Going to the running game. Fighting off the defender. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
It's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. He didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying